Hey, it's iEmpire here with Volume 6 of PlayStation 4 Hidden Gems. Thanks for stopping by the channel. Hope everybody's doing good. Real quick before we get to the games, if you like the content and you're finding games you want to buy for your collection based on these videos, if you could please support the channel with like and subscribe, I'd really appreciate it. It helps out the channel quite a bit. I know you hear a lot of content creators say that, but it's true. Helps the channel to grow, helps it get some views in that. So, all that said, we got 5 great games to go over today. And our first one is Nine Monkeys of Shaolin. This is a really fun 3D beat 'em up. It takes heavy inspiration from like the 60s through the 80s kung fu movies. And it's a revenge story. There's a farmer and he wants revenge against these clans that have attacked him, his village, and his family. He ends up meeting with a group of monks who teach him how to be a master Shaolin, and then he ends up taking on clans across his country to bring back peace and order. The combat in the game is really fun. It's fast and fluid. You do kicks and strikes and thrusts that with your staff. And there's new moves that you learn throughout the game. There's also dodge and parry is important. You take on several different enemies in the game, and strategy is important because some of them have like shields and armor and that, so it's not just simple button mashing. It does take some strategy. It's got a nice variety of locations. You can play single player or co-op in the game, so that's a great plus. And it's got really great atmosphere, and I just love the visual look of this game. It's really super fluid animations, and I like the color scheme in the game as well. But a really fun title, so if you're looking for a good beat 'em up, check out Nine Monkeys of Shaolin, and here's the trailer.
I lost everything. They burnt my village to the ground. My own family murdered before my eyes. I failed. I will avenge their death.
All right, up next is Assault Suit Leynos, and this is a pretty intense and challenging 2D side-scrolling shooter. It's a re-release of a 1990 Sega Genesis title. In the West, it was called Target Earth. It's got some HD graphics, remix soundtrack, voice acting, things like that. And it's a story about these cyborgs that are attacking Earth and trying to eliminate humanity. You take on waves of enemies in this game. You've got ground and air targets in the game. You can have up to 6 weapons at a time, and you can customize your loadouts. You can even supplement, like if you feel like you need more shields in a particular level, you can swap out some of your weapons for like shields or boosters. Key to combat in this game, since it is a tough game, is like fast reaction times, watching your loadouts, and watching your ammo, because I think all but one gun, your ammo is limited, so you really have to be careful. It's got a nice variety of objectives in it, like assist a convoy, keep the enemy from reaching your base, things like that. Playtime's only a few hours, but if you're into chasing high scores, there's different enemies in the game, and there's some optional tasks that you may have missed in your levels, so you can go back and play them. And last cool thing is that it has the original Sega Genesis title on here as well, so you can go back and play the original. Really cool title though, so here's the trailer for Assault Suit Leynos. Our next game is called Count Lucanor, and to me this is a real hidden gem. This is considered a horror exploration title. I consider more of a thriller suspense than horror. He plays a young kid named Hans, and he comes from a poor family. It's his birthday, and his family can't afford presents, so he gets pretty angry about that and decides to run away from home and find his own wealth. So he's out in the forest, and he comes across this creepy, mischievous goblin who lures him back to the castle and gives him a proposal. He says, if you can guess what my name is and solve puzzles and survive all the deadly traps in this mansion, you can become the next count of the mansion and become really wealthy. So he accepts the challenge. There's three different aspects of the gameplay in this game. It's exploration, puzzle solving, and survival. So in exploration, you're going around the castle. The puzzle is you need to find objects in order to do that. And the survival is there's these deadly treasure hunters in the castle as well as some other enemies. And there's no combat in the game, so you just have to use a lot of stealth. There's different characters you meet in the game as well. Some of them are good and helpful. Some of them are dangerous. And the way that you interact with them affects the story and the outcome. There's 5 different endings in the game, so it gives you just a good replay value. Graphically, it's a combination of like 8 and 16-bit graphics, and it gives a really good atmosphere. And this game really delivers a surprising level of tension and suspense. Really like this game, so check out the trailer for Count Lucanor. Our next title is called Tower of Guns, and this is a roguelike first-person shooter that has randomly generated levels. And the goal of the game is really simple. It's to shoot anything and everything and make your way to the top of the tower. It's really fast-paced, super aggressive enemies. One of the keys to survival in this game is constant movement and dodging. An interesting aspect of the game is that when you take damage, it's not just to your health, but it's also to your guns. Your stats and your firepower will gradually decrease. But there are red and blue orbs in the game to help you replenish your health and your guns. There's like 10 guns in the game. There's tons of mods, and there's like around 50 special abilities that you can find in the game. Besides all the enemies and all the bullet heldness of that, there's also environmental objects and hazards to watch out for, like giant spikes. There's molten steel. There's like these bounce pads that shoot you way up in the air or increase or decrease your speed. This game is really addictive. It's a ton of fun. It gives you that one more run feel to it. So if you're looking for a really good, fast, intense first-person shooter, recommend it. There's a surprising few amount of copies of this. I thought there'd be more copies of this game out there. It's not expensive. It's about $30 for a new copy. So let's check out the trailer for Tower of Guns. Alright, our last game today is called Rogue Aces. I just picked this game up from Red Art Games. They had a summer sale going on. It was super cheap. I played this before, but I must have been digitally because I don't have a physical copy. But it's a 2D flying shoot 'em up game, and it's just a ton of fun. It's got a great arcade feel to it. You take off from aircraft carriers and you fly your propeller-operated plane and take out ground and air targets. Really nice variety of enemies in this game. You've got like ground troops. You've got enemy planes to get in dogfights with. You've got tanks, AA guns, buildings, all kinds of stuff. And steering the plane, while it's simple, it does take some getting used to. You steer with your left stick and you speed with your right, and you can pull off things like loops, rolls, and spins. It just takes getting the feel of it down, but it's a lot of fun to fly in this game. And it's fun to like mess around and try to do things like see if you can fly low and take out the troops with your propeller, or try to bomb a plane in the sky, if they're above you. And the ultimate move in this game is the skyjacking, where your plane's about to be destroyed and you jump from your plane to another one. But if you miss, you're dead. So you get 3 planes in the game and 1 life, and then it's game over. But it really, like I said, really great arcade feel to it. Highly recommend it. So let's check out the trailer for Rogue Aces.
Let's make some stuff explode! Yeah! What does this gun do? Yeah! Let's do this! Yeah! It's test time! Take care! As much as you can, firing at things in a plane. Aerial steel! Base captured.
Alright, that's it for Volume 6 of PlayStation 4 Hidden Gems. Thanks a lot for watching. Hope you enjoyed the game selection today. As I always say, if you like the content and you're finding games you want to buy for your collection, please like and subscribe. Really helps the channel out. Really appreciate it. So until the next one, take care. May you be blessed, and I am out of here. See you on the next one.